snakes are here. We just have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to go get them. Let's talk about the initial investment. We'll get the boring stuff out of the way real quick. You don't want to invest more than you're willing to lose. Nothing is promised with investments, okay? That comes down to stock market, construction, real estate, breeding reptiles. It's all the same. You want to do it wisely, and you want to do something that you're safe or okay with possibly losing if things fail. Now, for me, that amount of money was just under $3,000. Not that I want to lose that amount of money, but if I do lose it, it's not going to kill me. It's not going to hurt my family financially. At the end of the day, I get to keep my snakes, so it's still a win-win for me. But that $3,000 doesn't just include snakes. That's got to include all the equipment that I need for my snakes. That's got to include the materials I needed for the snake racks, the equipment that is involved with that, such as the thermostat, extension cords, the heat tape. We've got to think about the snakes themselves. That also includes rodents, rodent food, the racks to build the rodents, which we still need to do a video on. So all those things you need to take into consideration that aren't on the forefront of your mind when investing into this hobby. Investing into animals, you know, it gets overwhelming because there's so many things out there right now, especially in bull python industry. Different morphs. It's so difficult to choose what you want to get involved in. A lot of people will advise to get involved in what you love, but let's be honest, I love them all. I want everything. I want every morph possible. I will say this, it is very evident that the future of the bull python market is in the recessive genes. The things that these big guys are doing, Canova, Brian Barczyk, these guys are doing some amazing things with these recessive genes, and they're stacking them on top of each other, and that's obviously going to be the future bull python. So I would definitely advise in investing in the recessive gene. So for me, it was pretty easy to decide what genes I wanted to get involved in because I already have a male albino pied. He also is possible leopard. So I want to focus on those three genetics when choosing my females. So what I chose were, for 3 snakes, 3 females that I have shipped in today, was a visual albino het pied, a visual pied het albino, and a visual albino pied. So the reason I chose those 3 are, 1, hets are cheaper. So it's a cheaper investment. Obviously the females are more expensive, so if we get female hets, it's a little bit of a cheaper investment. Also, I wanted the pied het because the albino gene we can only go so far with. There's only so much we can do with it unless we get some codom or dominant genes in there, the pinstripe or whatever. But there's only so far we can go. But the pied gene, it's limitless. So the offspring from the pied het albino to my albino pied, the ones that aren't visual for albino, I can then keep those females or males, depending on what we decide to do within the next couple of years, and then we can produce some other animals and throw some other genetics in there. So we've got to always be thinking ahead with the genetics that we have. What is the next step? Boxing video. Got these from P5 Pythons, P5P. I've already opened it because it was an hour and 45-minute drive back. So I just want to make sure they were okay before we drove back. They did a great job with the packaging. Heat tape is still heating well. And they are all individually bagged. So I don't want to go into too much detail about the snakes. So I want to get them in their tubs, drink some water. Plus, my son wants to help me out with this video and introduce the snakes to you guys too. So we have this little girl. looks really cool. Can't believe how small they are, which is super cool. Little girl number 1. Little girl number 2. It just blows my mind. It looks so good. Put you back in because you're a little feisty when I got you out earlier. And again, I'm going to let one of my sons introduce these girls to you later. So cool. Finally, little girl. Number 3. Just blows my mind how little they are. I forget how small. They look good. They look really good. Alrighty, I'm gonna go put them in the tubs so they can drink. Guys, so we promised this guy that he could explain to you what these guys are. Oh, okay. So this is the first time that he's gotten to see them. So this guy over here, this little girl, is the albino het pied. Want to hold her? Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
She's much smaller than...
Is this one, did this one hatch first?
No, I don't know when they hatched. I don't know if they're all in the same clutch or not. Okay, you want to pick up this guy? I got it. No worries.
Okay.
Alright, so this is our albino pied. You gonna pick out names for these guys?
Maybe we can decide later.
Okay, we can do that. Alright, and then the last one, I'm gonna put her back. She's gentle, she ate actually.
That one seems to have eaten as well.
Oh yeah, it's pooped already.
Yeah.
And this one, I love the colors. Look at the...
Yeah, me too. I really like the yellow.
Really cool, huh? This is our pied het albino.
I've never seen one like this.
Yeah. Pretty neat. Okay, let me just see if we get a little close up here. Camera's picking up that stuff. Okay. Pretty neat. This one was
So this one hasn't ate yet?
This one hasn't, neither has the pied het. But this one was a little feisty this morning.
Did she try biting you yet?
Yeah, she struck at me, but that's pretty cool. It's a good feeding response.
Do they have teeth?
Yeah, very, very small teeth. They will point backwards. Alrighty, so that'll be it for this video, and the next one we'll feed them, weigh them, and we'll introduce you to our male albino pied and the backstory behind that. Thanks for watching.